How did scientists determine that Oumuamua was an interstellar object? The answer: speed. The Wikipedia discusses this fairly well. To dig a bit deeper, however, it may help to understand what we know and what we conclude from this evidence, knowledge, along with a slew of other assumptions. Once we discovered it, we watched it for a while with the goal of determining its movement. Usually we assume any object we find is not accelerating on its own. As such, we expect it to have an orbit. With enough measurements of its location, we can calculate the orbit around the Sun. In this particular case, the measurements showed us it was not in an orbit around the Sun at all. It was moving fast enough that it was just a passing through. Now, what does this mean? All we really know here is that we found something moving fast enough that it's not in an orbit around the Sun. We add to this a bit more knowledge, or the limits of our knowledge, as well as some basic assumptions. First, we know of no mechanism that would facilitate an item of solar origin to get to this speed. I'm really only repeating the Wikipedia write-up here. But for reference, we used gravity assists for our extrasolar probes. The fastest of those, Voyager 1, reached almost 17 km/s relative to the Sun. Oumuamua clocked in at almost 50 km/s when we first measured it. Next, if we just continue with the assumption that this is a natural object with no self-propulsion mechanism, and that it has existed for a long time, that it didn't just magically appear one day with a given speed, then we are led to the conclusion that it originated somewhere other than the solar system. Follow this channel for more Santa Explains.